Good morning. It's a Sunday. It's 10 o'clock. I had a little bit of a lie-in. Oh, actually, it wasn't a lie-in. I woke up around 6 and I was reading a book on my Kindle. So I was reading for about 3 or 4 hours, and now I've just gotten up. It's Screen-Free Sunday, so there are no screens. So hang out with us as I show you what we get up to when it's a Screen-Free Sunday. Today, we're also doing the paralytic clean on the ovens because we do that once every 6 months, and that tends to fall in December. And we're also, see if I can show you, we're also cleaning the filters in the hood, the extractor hood over there. So a lot of the background noise is because we have that going and cleaning. Today, we're going to be having some steak and Guinness pie, which is going to be absolutely amazing. It's such a great winter food to make. I use shin beef, which I bought it from Leeds Market when I went to Leeds Market a few days ago, and they sell the best shin beef. It's Malcolm's in Leeds Market, and that's the only place that I've ever found. They have the perfect stewing beef that's not too lean and that has enough, marbling of fat to make it very tasty. So I'm just going to defrost that and then we'll get started with it. A lot of cleaning as well. There's a lot of cleaning that I need to get done. There's a nasty smell coming out of the drains and I just can't figure out what it is. So I'm gonna get down and dirty and do the cleaning. Hence why my hair is wrapped up, because today is a working day. It is a working day. See, there is the marbling that you want, so fat, and that marbling. Shin beef is just the best. It is one of my favorite cuts of meat. We have this Christmas cactus plant here, and every year we do like a cactus watch to see if this is actually going to bloom on Christmas Day. In the past it has, but this year it's already started blooming. It's jumped the gun a little bit by 2 weeks, 2 whole weeks, because we already have some blooms here. Yeah.
Wow.
I know. So we had early snow in December, and we've also had the early blossom of the Christmas cactus. Today I'm also making another batch of mince meat for the mince pies, and it's a very simple and unusual recipe that I use. It actually uses cooking apples and it doesn't have any suet, so it's very light, and it means that you don't get that heartburn feeling that you normally would get from eating mince pies that have mincemeat that has been made with suet. I've actually decided to record the recipe and the instructions, and I will put that over on House of Healer simply because I don't want to mess up the algorithm by putting the recipe separately. So the link will be in the description box down below if you want to check out that recipe. It really is nice and light, and everybody who has our mince pies, they always come back asking for more because they are so moreish, but then you don't get the heartburn or the indigestion afterwards because there isn't any suet in them. Paralytic cleaning oven done. Just a little bit of ash to wipe off. You know, she just says inflammatory stuff, basically. Okay.
Soon.
Taking off. So I made it down to that was that book was protecting the castle from my bishop.
Yeah.
Basically, and if she moved it to the pawn, she would just.
Basically, she had to move. She had to move the king.
Or something else.
Or move something.
The stew is going in. The Instant Pot is on pressure cooking, which is fine. We're going to have it with Yorkshire puddings. We were going to do a steak and Guinness pie, but we didn't have the puff pastry. We have to buy in the puff pastry. I have tried so many times to make my own puff pastry and I can never get it right. So after a while, I just gave up and I'm okay with buying the store-bought pastry, but we didn't have any. So we've changed it over from steak and Guinness pie to steak and Guinness beef stew with some Yorkshire puddings. Now, Yorkshire puddings, in case it's escaped your notice, we live in West Yorkshire, and Yorkshire puddings. So Yorkshire puddings are a point of personal pride here. You know, we like to make them good and proper because whenever we've traveled around, especially outside of Yorkshire, and you go to places that sell Yorkshire puddings, and they're nowhere near as good as puddings actually made in Yorkshire. So the trick that I have for making the Yorkshire puddings really amazing is to let the batter sit for a couple of hours. And normally that would just make them really, really perfect. So right now I'm just going to make the Yorkshire pudding batter and then I'll leave it to rest. These are ready to go back into the extractor hood. We kill two birds with one stone by also doing a dishwasher wash and cleaning the extractor the extractor hood fans in one go. My son has decided that he's going to take the lead on making the Yorkshire puddings. So no pressure, boo. Okay. here we go. The stew is looking good. Mincemeat pie has just gone into the oven now. It's in there for about 15 minutes, and then after 15 minutes we will start with the Yorkshire puddings. We are running a little bit late. I normally like to have dinners done by 5:30, as in 5:30 that's when the bell goes, but it looks like we're running about 15 minutes behind, and it's because I started dancing to some music, and then I had Celine Dion on Think Twice, and that's such a massive howler song, and so I was just howling and then dancing, and then one thing led to another, and yeah, it's put me 15 minutes behind, but I did get 15 minutes of intense dancing, singing, lung workout, so yeah. I'm about to prepare for the Yorkshire puddings now. So I've got the oil. So the idea with Yorkshire puddings is you're going to put oil into your muffin tray, and then you heat up the oil, then you pour the butter in. So here we go. So it's about a tablespoon of oil in each of these. Broccoli! Superpower broccoli! I'm just gonna steam this. This will be ready in 5 minutes. Got it? Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so these are now really hot. I'm gonna pull out the tray, And then that one got too much. That was a little bit dicey, but now we let it cook for 20 minutes, thereabouts, and they should just rise and puff up into this really beautiful, gigantic, the biggest crossed. Ooh, can you see that? Look at that. They're coming up beautifully. Broccoli is ready, the steak and Guinness beef stew is ready, the mincemeat pie is ready. We're going to be serving that with ice cream. Look at that.
Oh, this is perfect. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Wow. Let's drip the oil out.
Yeah. So just turn them over to drip the oil out. Look at that. Perfect Yorkshire pudding.
That way a bit.
You lot.
Okay.
And I'm having a sauce.